everyone, welcome back to Miss Allison's Kitchen. Today we are going to make a buttermilk substitution. Very easy. You take a cup of milk and a tablespoon of white vinegar. You put it together and it makes a buttermilk substitution. I was planning on making buttermilk biscuits today and I realized I didn't have any buttermilk. And I'm making chicken today in my crock pot, and I like to have buttermilk biscuits to go along with the chicken. So I thought I would do that today. So I made some buttermilk with my vinegar and my milk, and I mixed them. I have to wait 5 minutes after you mix them together for it to work for the recipe. I have my flour mixture already. 2 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of sugar, and I have to get the butter out of the fridge. So let me go grab that. So I chopped up 6 tablespoons of butter into little pieces, and I'm going to cut it into my flour mixture with a pastry blender like this. And what I have to do is mix it until the flour mixture and the butter mix into little pea-sized pieces. So I'm going to do that. Sorry, it takes a little bit of time. I already have my surface covered with a little bit of flour. I made sure my hands were clean before I started. And I'm hoping that this mixes up quickly. The trick is to make sure your milk is cold and your butter is cold. So when you're mixing, it mixes nicely. As you can see, it's starting to break up a little bit. Let me see if you can see that. Yeah, it's starting to break up a little bit. So in another second or two, I'll be able to add the buttermilk. It's a really simple recipe. If you don't have a pastry mixer, or I guess it's a pastry blender, I don't know what it's called exactly. If you don't have one of these nifty devices, you can put it in, you can mix it with a fork, or you can also mix it in a food processor, which would probably be faster actually. Okay, so now I'm going to put the buttermilk in. It's a little lumpy. That's how buttermilk is. It's kind of a chemical reaction going on in this. So again, 1 cup of milk and a tablespoon of vinegar. You can also make buttermilk with lemon juice. I think it's like a half a lemon. And starting to come together. And after I'm done with this, I'm going to put it onto a floured surface. And I will knead it a few times, maybe about 10 times or so. And then roll it out. Now I don't always have to roll it out. You can use your hands to mix it and put it on the floured surface. And then kind of, oh, look at that. It's coming together. Now sometimes if your baking powder or baking soda are a little bit on the old side, there could be a problem with, it looks a little bit too much moisture in there. Okay, we're going to put it down on the flour. And I'm going to add a little bit of extra flour to it. I mean, just because it looks a little extra moist. All right, let's do that. I'm going to grab some flour. Hold right on. Okay, so here we go. This is a little on the gooey side. You see that? Let's see if you can see that a little bit. Okay, my hands are sticky just right here. Okay. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll this out. I'm gonna cut some shapes out. I'm gonna put it in the oven and we'll cook it for probably about 15 minutes. And I will be back with you in a bit. Hi, I took the biscuits out of the oven, although I wanted to mention something to you. I accidentally put a whole cup of buttermilk in instead of 3/4 of a cup. And that's why it was so liquidy when I was mixing it earlier. So I added some extra flour and it came out just fine. I also forgot to mention that I put a teaspoon of salt in with the flour mixture. Let's take a look how they came out though. Look, they came out so beautiful. I cooked them at 450 degrees for about 15 minutes and they came out nice and high. I actually measured the biscuits for about, I think it was about a 1/2 inch tall, and so they rose up pretty well, and they came out delicious looking. And I will give you a look up close. Look how lovely they are, nice and browned. Let me take a little piece, see if it tastes good. It's delicious. Anyway, I hope you try this recipe at home, and I'll attach the recipe with the video, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for joining me today.